Invest in CD102.5.
Invest in CD102.5.
Invest in CD102.5.
So everything in this world kind of gets crunched together and gets bigger and homogenized, and the difference between a chain restaurant and a local restaurant we all know is huge, and the same stands for radio and music, and the idea of going to different places, different regions. You know, what is the music Columbus, Ohio listens to? And that's what independent radio does, and that's why it's good to support them.
Yeah, independent radio is really important to us. CD102.5 in particular, they take care of their community, and in particular us, our band William the Accountant, just to give local music and local bands a shot and to include them when they don't need to. They don't need to include them. But we were given the opportunity to enter a competition, and with CD102.5 got to open up a show for 2,200 people at the LC. So in particular, that's just been a huge moment in our careers and our life, and something we'll be thankful for as long as we're continuing to play music and well beyond that as well.
Probably a couple years now. The CD player in my truck broke, and so I'm out of town a lot, so I'm driving a lot, so I'm always listening to radio. But when you drive distances, you go in and out of different radio stations, and realizing the big difference of being able to find that good radio station and not is huge. And so whenever I'm getting close to Columbus, I'm always hitting the tuner until CD102.5 comes in, and it just makes driving much more enjoyable.
So a few years ago, I was lucky enough to perform with a local group, and we were playing CD102.5. It was Summerfest, and just like gearing up for stuff that was going on then. And we did this like smaller performance at Central City Recording, which was a studio in Clintonville. And I just remember just everyone from the studio was there, like in this tiny space, and there was, the console, but then tons of people and chips and beer and like Andy Man sitting on the couch, and just totally, kind of, it was like Zen in a way. And I just remember fragments and pieces of it, but I remember just Andy Man like sitting down and just like having a bucket of chicken and like a case of beer, and everyone just walking by and just having so much fun. And that's kind of how I remember CD102.5. And also when I played Summerfest, so I wore a shirt because I called in one time and he took my call. So I wore a shirt that I made that just said, Andy Man took my call. And that was like a connector. And I like talked to Matt and Kim and like just tons of people at the show, and just had so much fun. And everyone was like, it's Andy Man. Oh. And that kind of love and everything still is continued with the station. So that's my memory.